Hello everyone, welcome to another champion guide. Today we will be talking about Nami, the jack of all trades. I call her that because she provides everything: sustain, peel, disengage, engage, harass, CC, pick potential. Nami is an immobile champion and can be easily bursted if focused, but if played right, she can snowball lane better than most utility supports out there. Passive: Surging Tides. When any allies are touched by Nami's abilities, they gain bonus movement speed for 1.5 seconds. This is doubled when touched by her ultimate Tidal Wave. This passive works on herself as well. Using this passive transforms Nami's team into a kite machine or a heavy engage machine. Basically, Nami can use her ult to engage, speeding her team, almost making it look like Kled ultimate. In lane, Surging Tides helps you trade efficiently and dodge any form of CC by acquiring the bonus movement speed that it gives. If you apply this on your AD carry, he can walk forward and trade, then walk back with a successful damage exchange. Q. Aqua Prison. Nami sends a bubble towards the targeted area, dealing magic damage to all enemies hit, revealing them and suspending or stunning them for 1.5 seconds. Nami's Q is considered a stun, and in Yasuo's case, a knock-up, so he can ult off it. Aqua Prison is not a knock-up though. It is a suspension, and it is affected by tenacity. In lane, you want to catch out your opponent with this skill and create advantages for your AD carry. This ability has an amazing pick potential as well as a defensive use. The best way to land your Q in lane is by using E, autoing once and then Qing. In teamfight, you want to save your Q for whoever jumps your carries. If you are looking for a pick, using Aqua Prison from Fog of War is recommended. Make sure the enemy team has no vision where you are. W. Ebb and Flow. This is Nami's healing ability. Use it on yourself or a champion, ally or enemy, then the W bounces to nearby unaffected champions up to twice, alternating between enemies, allies, and yourself. How to harass with this is very basic. Use W on the enemy, not yourself. By casting on an enemy champion, the bounce comes back to you, healing you for more than it would if you use it first on yourself. Another aspect is mind games. While you use the W on the enemy champion, you will take a trade straight into your face. When the W bounces back onto you, it heals you and the trade is won. Nami is the kind of champion that can 1v2 harass in lane for the better part of laning phase because of Ebb and Flow. E. Tidecaller's Blessing. Nami buffs an ally or herself for 6 seconds, causing the next 3 basic attacks used to deal bonus magic damage and slow the target for 1 second. This skill is used for lane harass, setting up for your Q, chasing, helping your ADC kite, as well as deal extra damage. Tidecaller's Blessing synergizes really well with Ardent Censer. Ultimate Tidal Wave. Nami summons a huge wave, dealing magic damage to units hit, knocking them up for 0.5 seconds and then slowing them for 2 to 4 seconds based on distance traveled. This ability has so many uses. Engage and Q setup. Using Tidal Wave before Q can guarantee a multi-man Aqua Prison and a perfect chain CC. Disengage, chaining CC from your main initiator and zoning off objectives. Keep in mind, this skill travels fairly slow, making it easy to dodge out of its way, so when you use it, you want to calculate that the first or second wave will hit. Max range can be used as a zoning tool, but the chances of it CCing anyone is very low. Another tip is, cast your ultimate out of Fog of War. That way you catch your enemy by surprise, as well as increasing the chance of a multi-man Q chain CC. I max W, Q, and then E, and ultimate whenever I can. I used to max E second, but since the new rune system came out, I much prefer the Q max because of the extra damage and lower cooldown on this skill. For my rune page, I scale first in Sorcery and then in Resolve. Summon Aerie. Your attacks and abilities send Aerie to a target, damaging enemies or shielding allies. I prefer this keystone over any other because it adds a shield to her E. One of Nami's few weaknesses is the high cooldown on her W. By adding a shield to her E, it gives Nami more sustain in lane, allowing her to peel efficiently when laning into bursty champions. Mana Flow Band. Periodically, your next ability used has its mana cost refunded and restores 8% of your missing mana. I chose this over the other two because Nami still has high mana costs in lane. By having this rune, I am allowed to harass more frequently without running out of mana in the first 3 skills used. Celerity. Gain 4% movement speed and add 8% of your bonus movement speed to your AP. Like Janna, Nami benefits from this rune as well. The stats gained from it will stack with your passive Surging Tides. This allows you to get AP on skill usage, healing for way more during fights and skirmishes. Scorch, the new and not so improved Deathfire touch. Every 20 seconds, your first ability hit burns champions. This is purely an early game rune, helps with the lane harass but does not do much mid to late game. The reason I pick it is to maximize my damage output in lane where it matters. Yes, Gathering Storm outscales much better, but Nami's AP scaling are not so great. The items she builds and the Revitalize rune buff her healing ability, not the AP, making Scorch the best rune for her. Resolve. Revitalize. Heals and shields you cast are 5% stronger on targets over 40% HP and 10% stronger on targets under 40% HP. Nami needs this rune, because as I explained before, her AP scaling is not so great. Using this rune, you make your heal relevant throughout the game. For my second choice, I go for one of the two. Conditioning. After 10 minutes you get flat armor and MR and percentage armor and magic resist. Very good for scaling into late game. Nami is a very squishy champion and also very immobile. By gaining some extra defenses, your survivability increases. I will pick this rune if I'm playing versus a mid-game comp, champions that spike at 1 or 2 items, or around 10 minutes, or a heavy scaling comp. Font of Life. CCing an enemy in any way marks them. When your allies' basic attack mark targets, they heal for percentage of your max HP. This is not a bad rune, although you don't have that much HP for the heals to be relevant. I will pick this rune whenever I am in a favorable matchup and I am confident I won't get popped in 1 second. Items and summoner spells. I will always start the game with Spell Thieves and 3 potions, and then make sure my first back is Frostfang and 1 control word. I want to first complete Eye of the Watchers and Boots of Swiftness. This is a personal preference on Nami. Then I will build Ardent Censer into Redemption, or the other way around, depending on what my team needs in that point of the game. When these two are done, I will go for Athene's Unholy Grail, and as my last item, I will build Locket of the Iron Solari. This is a build that focuses a lot around sustain, cooldown reduction, and buffing her E with Ardent. As I said before, Nami has a very good synergy with this item. As summoner spells, I will always take Ignite and Flash. If I feel I need Exhaust, I will not play Nami. It is that simple. With Runes Reforged, she has resurfaced as a lane bully. Adding Ignite to her kit, her early game kill pressure is probably as high as Leona's. Let's talk about ADC synergy now. Good synergy. Caitlyn, Miss Fortune, Ashe, Varus, Jhin, Kalista, Tristana, and Xayah. These 8 AD carries have forms of CC of their own or incredible follow-up ult damage, like Miss Fortune, making it so they can follow up or engage and creating beautiful chain CCs that will guaranteed win you lane. Average synergy. Sivir, Twitch, Vayne, Ezreal, Lucian, and Draven. I added Draven here because of his high damage. If you land Aqua Prison in lane, Draven's damage will either kill the opponent or tax them of both summoners. These are AD carries that have defensive abilities, mobility, and damage. Nami provides the CC and they provide the damage and self-peels. Bad synergy. Jinx and Kog'Maw. They are 2 very immobile AD carries that have very unreliable CC skills. As Nami is also very immobile, and pre-6 she has a slow on-hit and a stun, if she misses that ability, she opens up for the AD carry and even herself to die. For the Jinx Nami lane, I want to add that this is a coin flip at the end. If they either win lane or are allowed to scale into late game, they will 2v5. But this is a very easy lane to punish still. Nami does scale into late game as an amazing team fighter, as well as her peels become more efficient as the game goes on. But hyper carries are not her strong suit. She can harass in lane, but when ganked, if focused, she dies. This is my personal opinion from experience on how Nami synergizes with other AD carries. I do not expect everyone to agree with me. Champion matchups. Nami lanes well into Janna, Soraka, Sona, Thresh if you dodge the hook, Taric if you dodge the stun, Bard, Zillion, Tahm Kench. Because of the high peels and sustain these champions provide, I think Nami is the best pick in order to exploit their weak laning phases. I am going to add this. Thresh, Taric, and Bard are skilled matchups. It can go either way, but if you position correctly and punish the misuse of their CC skills, you win lane, no problem. Nami gets countered by Lulu, Morgana, Karma, Leona, Rakan, Zyra, Brand, Alistar, Braum, Nautilus, and Blitzcrank. She gets ruined by heavy engage and heavy burst. All of these champions provide truth to the statement Nami is one stun popped. Another Nami hard counter is Yasuo. His wind wall blocks every single skill in Nami's kit. One thing to note is that Tightcaller's Blessing does not activate when blocked by wind wall. My advice is, do not pick Nami if you see Yasuo on the enemy team. To sum everything up, Nami is a great support that offers heals, peels, CC, engage, and disengage, as well as setup for your team. She is a great laner and scales as an even greater team fighter. Don't forget, Yasuo disables you as a champion! Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Special thanks to Kudi Darkis, my editor, for yet another amazing video.